Round one, we have some choices to make already. We have all of our tough to cast spells in our hand. We have Vessel and Nascency to try and find fixing, and also the Exultant Cultist if we can find blue. Grapple with the Past can get us, if we do reveal both an island and a plains, it's actually kind of awesome because we have the Grapple with the Past for it. And it's also pseudo-fixing itself. You know, I'm convincing myself. I think that we keep this. We are on the draw, too. Alright, let's do it. So it seems a little dicey, but considering that we have our fixing, quote-unquote, in our hands, I think that we'll keep this, and it seems reasonable enough. It's a little dicey, but I mean, gotta take some risks to win the game. I'm pretty sure that we can hit an island. That's the big thing. Is if we can at least hit an island and we get Cultist, we get, you know, a lot of things kind of enabled. Alright, we get a Plains. That's actually pretty reasonable, too. Let's go Plains. Crack the Vessel. Oof. Yikes. That is not what we wanted to see. So there's It of the Horrid Swarm or a bunch of forests. I guess I can just grab a forest. I do kind of just need them. I don't really need an It of the Horrid Swarm. Alright, pass turn. That was the wrong thing to see. I needed to get this to be an island. That's the big thing. And Lunarch Mantle, and that's going to flip, and now we're in a ton of trouble. Yep. I think we just grapple with the past and try and hit an island. I could play the Ulvenwald Captive. Help me get down Tamiyo. Because if I can hit an island at that point, then I can ramp out some things. Maybe get Ulvenwald Observer down. This is a real issue, though. Alright, I think that we just take the Captive into play. That was a really gross start from our opponent. Turn 4, 6/6, trample, lifelink, flying creature. Yeah, totally reasonable. I mean, it doesn't have fly unless they sacrifice another permanent, but, I mean, might as well. Let's go grapple. Get back to the island. Play the island. Shouldn't have tapped the white. I knew that at the time. That's okay, though. I'm pretty okay with just playing Exultant Cultist here anyways. Heron's Grace. Oof. Yikes. Alright, so we have a 3/3 flash lifelink against us as well. That is a real issue. Taking 9 damage, going to 2. I get the feeling that we're just going to die at this point, but I'm going to take it for now. No pump spell. I thought there would be a pump spell. And try and play Tamiyo and tap some things down. Sanctifier, so another rare. So we can play Tamiyo. But that tap both of these. Leave the Sanctifier there. I mean, that does something. Holds for a turn at least. Not sure how much it does long term, but I guess I'll try. I'm a little bit worried about showing Tamiyo because then my opponent knows, but at the same time, it seems reasonable to show it anyways. What is my opponent going to do to play around Tamiyo? I don't think there's a lot they can do. Keep those from untapping and pass. We can double block the Sanctifier of Souls if need be. Expose Evil. Alright, sure. Opponent had it all. Wow, that was really disgusting. Okay, we need a way to kill the Lone Rider really early. But I don't have anything better than what we already have in our deck. I mean, we have the Imprisoned in the Moon, we have Spell Queller, and Clear Shot, and Rabid Bite, and all of these kinds of things, so I think that's the best that we're going to get. We're just going to have to hope to have something like that to interact early with our opponent. I don't have anything better to do. Like, I don't think Convolute is anything better. We don't need Turn Aside, really. So, yeah, we'll just submit. See what we can do. Maybe didn't hit it. There we go. You can always tell if you actually did or not because it'll stop the timer. As long as your opponent also submitted. Interesting. So we have a Weirding Wood. We have all the colors of mana that we need. And we can get the double blue for Scour the Laboratory, although it's really slow without Delirium. Sounds awkward, but I think that it's a keep. It's a problem. I just don't think that I can throw away a hand that has all of our colors in hand. Especially, like, we have a ramp spell, too. I don't know, it seems super reasonable. We're just going to have to hope to draw a little bit hotter than last time. Cracking Vessel of Nascency to try and get Delirium for Scour is kind of sweet. Guardian of Pilgrims, sure. There's Dawngryff. I could just play Dawngryff, or I could play Weirding Wood. If I play Weirding Wood, then we get 5 mana the next turn, and I can play Dawngryff and sacrifice Vessel of Nascency, or the Weirding Wood clue token. Alright, I think that Weirding Wood makes the most sense. And definitely put it on a forest. We have enough forests in hand. Guardian Priest. Alright. A very good card. But nothing I can do about it right now. Not yet. Let's crack the Vessel of Nascency. We'll see what we get here. Wow, that is a lot of garbage. Could grab a Swamp. Port Town, Woodland Stream. I don't really want to play either of those because then it comes into play tapped. I can't play Dawngryff, which I do want to get down. Crop Sigil is a card that I guess I could use. Whew. Does help me to continue to try and enable Delirium. Yeah, I mean, none of the lands are exactly great. I guess I just take Crop Sigil. This is horrible. That was about the worst. Let's get Dawngryff down. Vessel of Nascency has not had good reveals for us yet. 3 lands both times. Awkward. This time it was all 3... Oh, no, sorry. Not all 3 non-basics. For a minute there, I thought this was... For some reason, I thought it was Warp Landscape. Guardian of Pilgrims for Dawngryff. Honestly, I think I kind of want to make that trade. I need to stall out for as long as possible, and I would like to hit Delirium, so... Not to mention I can use the Crop Sigil to get it back at some point. So I've got Scour the Laboratory. I can play it, but I might be able to get it for cheap later. All we need is an instant or something. I think we just crack this clue. Let's see what we get. Lamplighter of Sell-Off. Alright, I'm going to play the Crop Sigil, and we'll just pass for now. Lamplighter doesn't really stop anything because Fiendbinder is in play, but it'll get something on the board at least. Inspiring Captain, and I take a bunch of damage. Yep. I will definitely put something in my graveyard. Spell Queller. Well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for. So I can go Imprisoned in the Moon on Fiendbinder. Do I still have the mana to play Lamplighter? No, I'm 1 short then. And I can't play Scour the Laboratory. So I guess that we just Imprisoned? Actually stops more damage than Lamplighter does. So yeah, that makes the most sense. This is a problem. I needed to hit Delirium so we could actually Scour. Take 4. It's not good. There's Lone Rider. And another Sigardian Priest. Oh, man. Opponent's deck is just firing on all cylinders. And it's quite good. Wow, I hit double rares. nasty. That is really, really bad. Hitting 2 rares in a row there is absolutely not what I wanted. Could use Tamiyo to lock 2 things down, but then it just dies. Play the Lamplighter, and it just gets tapped by a Sigardian Priest, and then the opponent still attacks in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 1 short of doing both, which I kind of knew. And I guess playing Lamplighter is fine. Play Tamiyo afterwards. Tamiyo's cheaper, so I guess that's what we do. We really need to hit Delirium off this, but I don't think we can anymore. It seems unlikely that it's going to happen this game. I'm pretty sure we're just dead here. That was very quickly. This is a very, very quick match here. Yikes. We are getting trounced. No? Wow. Alright. Maybe we have a chance. Grapple with Pass. So we have Delirium. Yay! So now it only costs 4, yeah. Just making sure that we had it. Yeah, 4 card types. In Briarage and Tamiyo. We can use Crop Sigil to buy things back next turn. I mean, this is definitely what we need to do. I think that I actually just tap the 2 Sigardian Priests, honestly. I can block the other creatures. Because now we just get Briarage down. And try and stabilize from here on out. Scour the Laboratory is good, but it's just too slow, which is the problem that I was worried about. Expose Evil, so we're just dead. Opponent had the perfect card for us again. Darn. I mean, we had to do that because the Sigardian Priest could just tap both of our guys if we didn't do that. If we didn't tap the Sigardian Priests, then we were still already in trouble. I mean, I guess we could have just tapped the Captain and hoped that they didn't have a pump spell or something, but I was worried about that too. Because we saw that they had Lunarch Mantle last time for Lone Rider, so I was hoping that we would... I don't know. I mean, I guess if they had Lunarch Mantle, we were dead anyways because it can fly. What could I have done differently? If I had Scoured earlier, would that do anything? I'd have Clear Shot, which is something. Opponent's deck was super aggressive, very well put together, and just fired perfectly. Hit all of the right notes at all the exact right times, so that was unfortunate for us. But our deck was really, really patchwork for sure. I mean, it did have the mana issues. We knew that it was going to be a bit of a stretch because we had a bunch of colors, but we had a lot of trouble just getting going. Alright. That's this week's Full Force. Very, very quick. We're going to revisit this later, though. I want to go through 4 archetypes, and then we're going to go back and redo them all in order and just kind of go over what we've learned. Because that'll give us a full month to kind of let the set sink in, everybody kind of figure out where the archetypes are, what's the best, and we'll go back and look, and then we can kind of decide, like, were we right, were we wrong, what did we learn, and kind of go over all of that. So I'm glad that you guys stuck around for this version of Full Force, and I will see you next week. Round 2, we'll go first. And whoa. This is a hand. We've got to keep this, right? Yeah. I just got to figure out what we're actually doing with it. There's a lot of things that we can do. One land's a little dicey, but what a hand.